everybody. Welcome to Wednesday. Oh, it's half term this week, isn't it? Right, what are we doing today? Well, I'm going to show you how to turn a bit of Amazon packaging. Everybody's got a bit of packaging. If you can't find a bit of packaging, find an old box. I'm a bit of a bin dipper myself. It's like, oh, look at that rubbish there. I'll have that. Right, I'm going to show you what's going in the middle. So they call this a signature, the middle of a junk journal. The first thing you have to do, get the card sorted to the right size now, and get yourself a load of papers together. Now here I've got a paper doily. It's a bit off of a calendar, old calendar. Doesn't matter what's written on it. It doesn't matter what's on the back of it. I've got a card that's just in the middle like that. Make sure they stay in the middle. This paper, I dyed it with tea. So what you do is you put it into a tea bath. So put it, and how I do it is I put it into tin trays. I make tea, and then I pour the tea into the tin tray, and then I put the paper in. And I put quite a bit of paper in at a time, but then I take it out and put it in the oven, 3 layers. I do it 3 layers of paper at a time. Put it in a really low oven. It really doesn't take any time, 5 minutes tops. But keep looking at it, and then what happens? It comes out like this, aged paper. You can dye it with anything. Avocado stones. You can see when it's changing for about 15-20 minutes in the dye bath. Then take it out, put it in the oven, and then when you cook it in the oven, then it really takes on this quite mad look about it. Just normal cheap paper, just the cheapest you can find. I don't care where it's come from. Cheapest you can find. Don't need to waste your money. Then you sent me that at some point in some of my wrapping. Yeah, see, you don't even know it. It's kind of like an oracle, but I'm putting a page of that in there, so that's there, like that. Then you have pockets here, and then you can cut down the side of there, and you've got a pocket there, and then you can stick just there, and you've got a pocket there. There's all different ways. So an envelope. So I always put an envelope in. I don't know, just a bit of paper like that, just a bit of old rubbish paper. Stick that in the middle. What have I got here? I have a page out of an old diary, but it's got quite some nice writing on it. Oh, I do love these. These are wicked. An envelope like that is they're wicked. They are, because you put them in the middle, and then you've got like an envelope, and then you can decorate around the outside of that, and you make that a pretty envelope and a pretty place to hide things. Junk journal. What is a junk journal? I'm going to say this quickly. A junk journal is made of junk, basically. Made of junk. And you put it all together and it becomes a journal. What you do with it after that, you write in it. On me, what I do with my junk journals is they've got all my family's past in my junk journals. So all of them. This is our travel journal. And that is what I do. That's what I use them for. And it's made out of junk, and it's still stuck together. And you start collecting things you never thought you would collect in your life, because you think, oh, look at that. Yeah, that's a bit of newspaper. I love that bit of newspaper. A little wicked in a junk journal, that will. And yeah, so the whole thing is just full of little pockets. And these, so you'd put things on the back. You put a photograph, and you write about the photograph on the back, and you put it back. And my theory is the chances of these pretty beautiful junk journals being chucked out are really minimal, because people love to firkin stuff. People love to firkin stuff, and then they'll think, oh, what's that? It's like in the back, look, I've got there. And open that, and it's a story. The fresh breeze took them quickly downstream, and it's the story from the old book that I took those things out. Also, people who people, got books that were falling to pieces. Throw them in the bin. Oh, recycle them. I'm recycling them by tearing the pictures out, tearing the pages out, and putting them in a new book. Lasts for years. So if anybody says anything, that's cool. I got over the whole junk journal using books a long time ago because they just sit there rotting. You never ever get looked at. Right, like that. So, right. First things first. I'm going to talk about this here. Look, I got the card. So this is Amazon packaging. What I love about Amazon packaging is that you can bend to get yourself a bit at the edge, yeah? So you can do that. If you wanted your book to be bigger, you could bend it there and make it wider. So I then, obviously I'm using A4 paper, so I want my junk journal to be just bigger than half the A4 paper. So how I do this, I did measure that little bit, but I usually just get it on the scouring thing and like that. Right. Because after all, so look, if you see where I've put it, I want the book just to come out a bit wider, cover to be just a bit wider. So this is for the cover. I put all that on the side. And I've got a few things that I wanted for the covers. I've got a bit of writing, the wind's tail. I've got a couple of bits of greenery stuff. I've got stuff from Journal Stay because I really like that, and that's got a plan for the front of these covers. It takes one step at a time. So this week I'm going to be showing you how to put the journal together. I've shown you all the things that I use, but how to put it together, because that and how to sew the signatures in. That's what they call the pages, signatures. So, okay, you can put me on. Here we go. I'd already measured it, and I'd already, well, this side anyway. I haven't measured the other side. Put myself in a bit. And as you can see, you don't have to be too fussy. You don't have to be too neat. And the reason being is it is a junk journal, and I will be covering this. All of this will be covered. And then bits of lace will be put over the top of it, bits of material. It doesn't matter at all what it looks like at this stage. It's the next stage that matters. Right, then I've got that kind of there. I haven't drawn a line down there. As you can see, it's a bit off at the top there, but I'll deal with that in a minute. Like that. I'm very haphazard with it. I've got to be fair. But hey, I don't think it's a bad thing. I do like to have the edges. I love junk journals for that. I love the fact that it looks old and battered. And now I'm going to really do this quickly. And I would fish and faff about with this a bit more, but I haven't doing it for this. Right, I'm going to stick, first of all, that bit there. Keep that bit like that. Now, I'm going to glue onto here. Glue stick, yeah, that's all you need for this because it's paper on paper, so it's cool. Paper on paper. And you don't actually need anything other than glue sticks when you do this. Right, now I'm going to put that there like that. And in the right place. Yes. And again, you don't have to be too fussy because I'm going to do something with the. Once I've put the signatures in, then I will cover the binding here, so you won't see this. Right, so that's there. Let me cut that out. Where's my boner? I've been told once, I've been told 1,000 times it's not called a boner, but I do like it. I fold that over. Do that bit down there. And also, everything of this is going to be embellished, so you very rarely see the backing paper. The thing about doing this with something like a ruler or a boner, it makes it stick properly. It makes all the difference, and it really does make all the difference. Right, that one there. Do the again with you. Oh. I don't feel sad about getting rid of you though. I don't really want to move to get the fox out of it. Might have to use something different. I use this bit of green here for this. Right. Leave that on there. It takes me a lot longer, but I have spent ages sorting all this out. Obviously, it takes time. Try to make it quick. People keep saying, "Well, I do a reel," but it's impossible. You can't show how to make a junk journal on a reel. You just cannot. It's not enough time. 3 minutes is not enough time. Has it dried? Oh, I do love a stencil, me. Do love a stencil. Flipping love them, I do. Wait till we start filling the junk journal. It's real fun to play with then. I like that. Yeah, I do love stencils. I've got lots of bits and pieces. I may use a lot of stuff from trash, but I do actually buy stuff as well. I do. Right, stick that in there. Oh, what have I got down there? There was a bit of something down there. Got a bit of that out. Do have one of these. Does come in handy for very straight lines. It does. I do love a paper scorer thing that's handy for straight lines. Glue the back of this. I mean, you can go all the way over there as well. You're going to have to go over there with something. I should have just done that, but then I don't know why I didn't. I'm going to. And you can be really hodgepodge. It's just stuffing it in, sticking it on. Things like that. Definitely, there's something about it. There's something that is good for the soul. Like that. Put that in there. I wish I could find my boner. But there you go. I don't know what I've done with it. Ah, there it is. There. Paper with a load of words on it over there, shall we? Why not? If not, why not? I do use a lot of glue. The one thing you can all say that I really do use a lot of. This glue comes from some shop called Tiger. It's just the best glue I've ever had. I mean, if you were putting paper in, you could put anything you liked in as well. And this happens to be out of one of the old books that was falling to pieces. Because the thing is, when you're trying to look for just the right piece of paper, or just the right words, or just the right picture, you end up like that. That just does not want to stick down there. Stick your blooming thing. Right, now I am just going to show you how to get the signatures in next, because I'll deal with them sticky bits. I can do them later. The basic thing is about getting the form on is that when you put there's other stuff in, then you start to decorate it and you start to deal with the scruffiness of it. But just not yet. That piece of paper does not want to stick down there for some reason. And the next thing is get your signatures and lay them in the centre like that, where you want them. So you want them to be in. I don't want that to be the last page. That can be the last page. Get them in the centre of the book. The amount of times I put things in upside down, that doesn't matter. Goes like that, because then you will be left with pockets on either side. I know it looks like quite. What are you doing putting a piece of that in there? Well, trust me. Fine. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. I keep them all central. Central as you can. Alright, make sure that's the right way up. There. Card. Do we have a card? Why not? Why not? Look at that. I'm going to put an envelope there. Right in the middle. I like an envelope in the middle. It gives you... It might have to do a bit of editing on this, mate. Get your bradawl. Right. And, right, get your bradawl. Go through. Oh, actually, that's what I needed. Get some paper slips. I've got some big ones. I forgot that. I got some big ones that I got just for this job. But anything will do. Use some bulldog clips if you've got anything you've got. It really will. Anything will do. Holes are all lined up. Not done that. No, it's my own fault. See, I should have put these in first. Get your paper clips and the paper. And that holds the paper in place. There we go. Now, start with the holes again. Doesn't matter, because it doesn't matter that you have to redo that. Doesn't matter after you redo it. And the reason being is because I'm going to cover it all up in a bit. So it doesn't really matter. No, it isn't perfectly neat. It isn't perfectly square. And it isn't perfectly straight. But it's not meant to be. It's a junk job. Right. I make 5 holes evenly spaced. 1. When I flip that over, there's this, look, 5 evenly spaced holes. Right. Right. Next thing is I've got this is, it's like, it's mercerite. What do they call it? I don't know. It's not wax, but you can use the wax stuff. It's just really strong yarn. You can use wax stuff. You can use anything. Again, anything will do. No fingernails. I haven't got fingernails because I don't bite them. I haven't got no fingernails because they just keep disintegrating on me. Right, now I've got my thing. So you go. This is the bit. This is the bit that is always driving me mad. But I've got it. So you go in the middle. Into the middle first. Into the middle. Into the middle. Up into the next one. Up. Pull. So you've got quite a bit still left, but not too much. Hang on, let me show you how much I've got left. All that will be used for is to tie off at the end. So into the middle, up to the next one. Sometimes it's a bit of a fifth back, you know, but you will get there. I'm going to punch through that, and then I can, punch through it, I can come up it. Not that one, to the top. And the next one up. That one. Top. Right. Then come back down. Into the next one. Come back down, back into that one there. Into the next thing, the next hole down. But now you skip one. Make sure that's a piece of threads over there. Skip one. Back down. As I say, it's a fifth faff. This is the fifty faffy bit.
Mm.
Into the last hole. That one. Come back up. Works its way around a little bit. Come back up that one. All right. Then into the last one, the next one. Then go into this one. Come back up one. You can pretty much see where it needs to be. But if you don't get it right, all your papers will fall out. So you have to get it right. There. And then back up through the middle. And when you come up through the middle this time, be the opposite side of that string. Yeah? Can you see? So that bit's there. You're going to come up the other side. Just lift it over. Like that. Put it together. Together at the back, it is. And then tie it off. Tie it. So basically you're tying it off because you've got two. So I'm gonna leave a bit on because I like dangly things. Be adding dangly things to that now. To fold like that. Yeah. And there is the start of your junk journal. That's the start of it. The next thing is to fill it, decorate it, love it, give it its own unique. And I'm not going to show you how to decorate it now because we've just been on 40 minutes. It's not a 5-minute job. It doesn't need to be neat, honestly. I'm going to cover this. I'm going to put lace on it. I'm going to put material on it. I'm going to the covers. They're not going to look like that because I'm going to just love it. Really look at it. That's just a piece of scrappy paper. These are bits of scrappy paper. All these things I've added on. That I've added them on. Yeah. How I cover the binding is with material. Is how I do that. I just like, yeah, it's easier to do, and I quite like it. I like material. Don't worry about the edges. The reason being is we'll be covering them with lace, with ribbon, with just bits of like that's an old organza bag. I glued it in. Glued on top of the paper. So these are the signatures. It's the embellishments that make the difference. It's a bit of you in it. It is what you are. It's like going like this. These are toilet rolls. They are toilet rolls. They're toilet rolls. That's where I got them from. Flattened them down, put things on them. In every Walk with Nature, one receives far more than one seeks. So these are it. It really is. It's one of my favourite things to do. Like the envelopes in the middle. I haven't finished filling this yet. I mean, I love that, and I will show you all how to make. In actual fact, there is a reel sitting in our reels that needs to go out that shows you how to make that bit. Right. So it's the bottom of an old paper bag. And these are bits I've stuck on. That's my washi tape, and I put it in lines, and I put it in lines like that because you can pick it off and use it. Reuse the washi tape. A junk journal is just a beautiful way of using up your junk and putting your beautiful things that you love in there. It really is. I adore doing it. I do. And that's blackberry juice. Beetroot dyes paper beautifully. And that, when I was showing you those things, the corner things. See, I've got some corner things that do that. Oh, yeah. I like it. And then if a corner bit of something's a bit tatty, just cover it up with a bit of material on the edges. That's why I'm saying none of it mattered how it was or how it looked. Sunday lunch. Oh, yeah. Blimey. Is it Sunday? So anyway, people, part 1. All the other bits, the decorating it, the showing you what I do, how I put lace on it, how I add bits to it. Because your mind works in mad ways, and before you know it, you're lost in this like there's a little window there with that envelope. So I'm going to make something so it sits inside the little window, and then this will be a pocket in itself. I'll cut that across there and I'll make it so you can slide things in and out of it. Just immense. And just, you can, it is literally, you can get lost in it. I get lost in it for hours. So watch this space next week. Oh, and don't forget, you already know how to make these, and they're part of my junk journal. I love a sticker. I love sticking and gluing. It's just something wonderful about it. Anyway, lovely people, we'll see you on Saturday. Lots of love. Have a good week. Don't forget to check out the shorts, because I will upload some stuff on the shorts.
Yeah.
Right. Bye, everyone.